This is Queen of Pain, Book 2 of the Pain series, written by Michael D'Ambrosio and read by Rebecca Harris. Chapter 1. A Gathering Storm. 2 months had elapsed since Marina liberated the people of Yord and was crowned queen. With help from militia commander Britt Sykes, her close friend Rebecca, and fleet commander Sheena Bryce, she gradually grew into her role as a leader of her people. As the birth of Rebecca's baby drew near, Marina lost contact with her liaison and closest friend, forcing her to leave the palace on a regular basis to interact with her people. Still recovering from her addiction to the stardust stimulant, she suffered from periodic spells of nausea and hallucinations. Determined as always, she refused help and took the consequences in stride. Dressed in her usual leather pants and black bodice, with no bra or t-shirt, and black boots, she wore her dark hair draped down on her shoulders. Over the leather attire was a regal red velvet cape and a simple tiara with a small ruby embedded in it. Marina refused to wear anything more than that as a symbol of her royalty when she mingled with her people. She felt she was no better than any of them and chose to retain her old attire as proof. Without Britt, who was away for a lengthy period of time, or Rebecca for guidance for friendly conversation, she was lonely. Strangers filled the palace, repairing and restoring its interior. The distraction of noise pressed her to leave the palace frequently, for strolls into town for some semblance of solitude. As Marina marched through the centre of the palace district, she observed the simple activities of the townspeople. Many business owners started the tedious process of cleaning and stocking the stores with some opening for the first time in a long while. 2 cafes were adorned with banners promoting their return. Meanwhile, the streets were filled with many people, some shopping, some looking for work. Marina's militia security urged her to take an escort, but she always refused. She did, however, request that they maintain a presence in the major cities of Yord, to keep order and ensure the reconstruction was carried out in an orderly fashion. She was well aware of the opportunists that showed up at times like this, looking to take advantage of the less fortunate. Several people greeted Marina as she made her way along the cobblestone streets. She listened to their comments and stories courteously. Once she learned to relax and enjoy their company, she became a favourite among the people. She entertained them with her own stories of her encounter with Victor and how she discovered the truth behind her missing parents. With each passing day that she spent among the people, she felt more like she belonged there. A familiar voice called to her from the street.
"Marina, look at you!"
Marina recognised Dix, her former handler, and responded giddily, "Well, look what the cat dragged in." Dix approached her with open arms and they hugged. He was a dark-skinned man in his 50s, with a shaved head and a distinct gold tooth in front of his mouth, easily noticeable when he spoke. "Have a hot job for me, Dix?" Marina kidded.
"Nope, I'm done with that business."
Marina was surprised by his response. "What happened?" He grinned sheepishly and explained.
"The whole courier experience was about prepping you for this. You weren't transporting contraband. You were helping the rebel movement."
Marina was stunned. "You mean all that secrecy was just to push me to take the throne?"
"Uh-huh,"
he answered slyly. "Rebecca, Kat, and Severin?"
"Uh-huh. Everything had a purpose that would lead to this."
Marina placed her hands on her hips in shock. She couldn't believe that anyone could con her like this. Dix backed away nervously and assured her that he would never have forced her to take the throne. It had to be her decision. "What did the data chip have to do with all this?" she inquired curiously.
"That was real," Dix replied. "Your actions prevented a war and enabled us to break up a link between a mole in the fleet and Balthus's smuggling operation. You took it much further than they expected, though."
"Rock and Tully were arseholes," she retorted, thinking about her hostile encounter with the 2 agents.
"But those arseholes have a lot of respect."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?